Good morning, sir. We've seen a group, a so-called group in Lagos. They are asking the Igbos to leave Lagos by next month. First is I want to ask you two questions. Do you think that they are speaking for the Yorubas in Lagos, number one? And number two, do you think it's possible for anybody to ask any tribe or any ethnicity to leave any part of Nigeria?
I don't think that is right. I don't think that is coming from any known group like the Afenifere. Those are the people who can be able to make that kind of statement. Or coming from somebody like Gani Adams, that's when we know it has a weight. Or coming from other reputable, learned, exposed Yoruba leaders. But you see, these, mushroom, Asu Rock rats like Bayo Nonuga, I think those are his people who are trying to lay claim on Lagos, are trying to make unnecessary statements, But what baffles a lot of Nigerians, both those home and abroad, is that none of the, apart from some northerners who has called Tinubu to order or possibly sack Bayo Ononuga for inciting, ethnic sentiment, I've not seen any powerful Yoruba person apart from Papa Ayo Adebanjo, whom I respect so much anytime, any day, coming to say the protest must hold. I've not seen any, even Ghanaian dance, nobody have not had his opinion on this up till now. That tells you a lot of things that is going on, that silence we are experiencing from notable and powerful people like Ghana Dance and the rest of them might mean that all is not actually well with Nigeria, because we not know their stand. So anybody that's coming to put up a kind of message and say Igbos must go in Lagos, of course, it's not. All Igbos are not the only one that are in Lagos.
Yes.
We still have Igbo Biafrans, we have Ijo Biafrans, we have Shekiri Biafrans, we have Edo Biafrans, we have so many of them like that. We even have people who are. So it's going to be a divided interest that any forceful push on that regard, might be resisted at the end of the day. And I believe that the Lagos State Governor is also listening. The GOCs, the army, and the police are taking, making their investigations, finding out because from what I heard, there has been some security formation going around, taking place as I speak to you now. In all the supposed flashpoints within Lagos State. And secondly, we don't want a situation where the police will be biased or where the army will be biased. They should do their constitutional duties very well, trying to protect people from excessive harm, or people who might be paid by elements of, hoodlums, to cause collateral damage on people's property, especially Igbos. And that was why Igbos has come out to say we are not going to be part of this protest because we understand the sentiment that's already been created by the presidency talking about Bayo Ononuga, trying to heap the blame of this hunger protest on Igbos. Maybe they are still very. It is still very difficult for them to understand how Jagaban lost Lagos in the last election, and how obedient they were able to take over Lagos State. They are still, have not come out from that reality. But the fact is this: everybody is hungry. The hunger is a national protest. It's not no region or no tribe to be called out at the end of the day. I think Yoruba leaders should be able to, put certain things in check, and also caution irrelevant organizations who has come out to make that kind of statement. They are going to definitely face a kind of resistance because they're not the only one in Lagos. We have the Hausas, we have other tribes in Lagos. So any attempt on that, will bring about another calamity that people might not be able to understand or even reason the dimension is going to take. It's not going to be favorable to anybody at the end of the day, because as I speak to you, Lagos is being dominated by foreigners.
Yes. And I'm asking a question. Why does it seem to be like only the Igbos are always the target? There's any like a protest and everything. We've seen different people come for protest. Omoyele Sowore is a Yoruba man. We've seen an Hausa man. Then why must it be that only the Igbos are the targets during the protest? And they are like one of their spokesman said, that their shops, their parts are always the target. What do you think is the way forward for the Igbos?
We have studied the conspicuous and conspiracy theory that has been played out recently, and that was very glaring. Even though there are a lot of people, from the southwest, from the east, from the north, who had sympathy, why Igbo should be kept aside from national cake in this country, or even from being presidency, having enjoying that presidency for one day or for one time or thereabout. And that was what gave Obi that sympathy vote at the end of the day, because Igbos over time has proven, they have what it takes, to advance to any level. They will have what it takes to transform. They have what it takes to illuminate. They will have what it takes to light up. They have the DNA is in DNA. Leadership is in their DNA.
Yes.
So and people said, no, we have tried Yoruba, we have tried Hausa. Let us give it to an Igbo man, and that was how Obi was able to get to that level. He got during that last presidential election, and up till now, the grassroots obedient movement is still growing in Nigeria. And he said, "Now Igbo fault." Now I want to ask now, say, is it Igbo man fault? Well, Yoruba and Hausas have been running this country. Have we for one day carry? Even when they say hunger, we say we are not interested because we know their target. We study the whole thing. We know our man, Nnamdi Kanu, is already in detention. His life is at risk. If there's any sentiment, the cabals, the Arab Yorubas like Baya or Nonuga might decide to, play along or uncertainty at the end of the day. That might endanger. And of course, Nigeria will crash if that happens at the end of the day. So this is a peaceful protest, and they should allow people. Anybody is constitutional. The Yorubas partake in protest during Jonathan. Nobody killed them.
Yes.
Nobody threatened them. Any attempt on that, of course, maybe they have not seen the other side of it, and maybe they will experience it now.
So
It's not a threat. I'm asking the presidency and the Yoruba leaders to call their people in order. Lagos is no more beautiful. Babylon, what is Babylon today? It went down. The Bible said that land shall be desolate. Nobody should try Igbo man and spill Igbo man's blood in Lagos again. Go and ask the Northerners what they are facing. Nobody. I said nobody should try it. Because the consequences will not be physical.
And like you said, we saw a group, an Igbo group, they said this is not 1966. That this time around, nobody should dare the Igbos.
I think we have tolerated enough. We have been embarking on self-determination. We want to move out from this entity called Nigeria. Anybody who believes in Nigeria, believe in Nigeria. That's what we have been asking for, and we have been faithful about it. We have been trying to get the international community to understand our perspective. We are trying to speak to the whole world, the United Nations, the ECOWAS, the AU, to look into the plight of Igbo in Nigeria, and the process is still ongoing. We supported Obasanjo, we supported Abiola, we supported a lot of other ethnic nationalities who are contesting. But when it came to trying to share national cake, the Igbo man is being put aside. Today, when there's a life-threatening situation in the country, the Igbo man is singled out, to the altar for massacre or for killing. That will has come to a stop. That has to stop. That has to stop. We should not be seen always on the altar of sacrifice. And at the end of the day, they will have nothing to show for it. Igbo man has struggled individually, to protect himself and even, to advance himself in all ramifications. And we have continued to make this nation proud in all ramifications. Is it in sports? It cannot. Not them. Is it music? Everything. Igbo man has always been a pacesetter in all ramifications. What is it that the Yorubas want that we're not even getting from the Northerners? I think, let me put it that way, let it not be a case of tortoise and the elephant.
God bless you, sir. Thanks for coming.